Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you missed the first part in this series, we are doing a 12-volt installation drill driver test. The first contestant was the Bosch. It's the GRS 12-volt 140FC. I think that I got that right. So great drill driver from Bosch. Really nice kit. Comes very complete. All the things that you would want. Performed really well. I was excited. It actually kind of blew my mind in a few situations. So if you didn't catch that video, please go back. You can kind of see how we're going to set up these tests going forward. Today, though, what we have is the Festool. Yes, indeed. This is the Festool CXS in all of its sustainer glory. So full disclosure though, right up front, this is not a 12-volt tool because Festool currently doesn't have a 12-volt installation drill driver. They offer an 18-volt and this is a 10.8-volt tool. So if you're in the market for a smaller 12-volt style tool, if you were looking at Festool, this is what you're going to end up with. We'll just try and keep that in mind as we do the test, that this isn't truly 12 volts. It's really close, but it isn't. So pop this open, let you guys see what this kit looks like. Get the manuals out of the way there. This is the kit. You got your drill driver, extra battery pack, charger. You have your drill chuck, your right angle adapter, and then a 1/4 inch quick release adapter. So very nice system from Festool. This is a very nice and compact. It's lightweight. I really like the feel of this in a lot of ways. There's a lot to be said about Festool. They always make a really high quality product. So 2 speeds as always. So back in the Bosch video, I thought that the Bosch was the only brushed tool, and I was mistaken. The Festool CXS is also a brushed motor. So keep that in mind as well. You've got your LED light here on the front, as well as the built-in battery indicator. It's built into the light up there. You have a reversible belt clip there, which is super nice. You just pull the battery out. If you want to reverse that, you can slide this out, put it on the other side of the tool, locks into place. So very cool. The batteries on this are really interesting. They're almost like a slide pack, but they're not. They got the terminals there that snap up into the handle portion. It's a well thought out design. I mean, it makes the overall handle of the unit slightly smaller. So if you have smaller hands, it fits it really nice. Again, the magnetic strip is great for different bits. You can set those in there, or even a fastener. If you wanted to free up your hand, you can set it in there. Holds really well. The interface on this is quite a bit different than the Bosch, but it functions a lot like just your typical 1/4 inch release. So you get the unit up, you can release it, and it just snaps back into place. Locks in tight. If you want to change, pull up on it, releases. So again, you got your drill chuck, you got your right angle adapter that just locks in. You can change the angle wherever you want it, that position, and it releases and snaps back on. The Festool kit does not come with an offset, and I'm actually not sure that Festool offers one. I would need to go back through the website. If you're curious, you can take a peek. Maybe I'll throw something up here if I get a chance after this video to look. Again, 1/4 inch quick release. Now, something interesting with this one is Festool designed this so that there's not another section of 1/4 inch in here, in the sense that you can't run your typical, I don't have one nearby, your typical 1/4 inch bit in here. It's not long enough, it won't snap back into place properly. So you kind of are stuck with using Festool's 1/4 inch adapter there. So this snaps back in there, locks into place, and it's good to go. So just something to keep in mind. It's kind of different. You could certainly, if you don't want to use theirs, you can certainly run it just like this without anything on the front. It would work just fine, but just keep that in mind. I am going to use this. I'm going to put in a brand new bits from DeWalt and Milwaukee for the test. So hopefully you guys can see all that. You got everything you need there. Both batteries are fully charged. So I'm going to get my bits, get some screws, and we'll get to work here. we go, lock that in. All right, so first test, as with the last one, we're gonna do 2.5 inch, kind of your general purpose decking screws. We've got our Milwaukee bit here. I'm using brand new bits for all these tests so that we have no issues there. Locks into place. Let's see, do speed 1, everything's set. So again, these are freshly charged batteries. They are good to go. And we'll start somewhere right in here. And we'll try and do 8 rows, or rows of 8 again. Okay, real quick, just wanted to point this out. I can already tell that this feels quite a bit warmer than the Bosch, and it may be just a design in the plastic or the way the motor vents. So that might not be a bad thing. It may be actually designed to dissipate heat a little bit more rapidly. It's doing fairly well. Feels like it's losing a little bit of power here. We're already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 80 screws into the test. Performing very well. Feels like it's a little bit slower than the Bosch, but it's hard to tell. So again, this is speed 1. We're gonna keep rolling. I am trying to avoid knots as they come up just to make this as fair as possible. So let's keep this rolling. Definitely heating up at this point. According to the battery indicator, we got 1 bar left, and it sounds like we're starting to struggle. So we'll see how much more this can deliver. Oh, there she goes. Right there. Boy, at the start of the last row. Yep, that's all she wrote. That was very impressive. Very, very impressive. The battery pack, surprisingly, pretty cool. It's not warm at all. Very nice, but the actual drill unit itself got pretty warm. Quite a bit warmer compared to the Bosch. So very impressive though, way more than I was expecting, especially considering this is 10.8 volts. This isn't even 12. Let's see, let's do a count up here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 29 rows of 8. I can't do math. So that is phenomenal. That is really, really impressive. I'm gonna let this cool down. We're gonna throw some of the other screws at it. We've got a, what is this here? 4-inch trim head screw. We'll throw some of those in. We've got some 3 and 1/8 inch cabinet screws. These are like the washer head style screws. We will be trying one of these. Again, this is a 5-inch. This is a Fasten Master structural screw. That'll be tough. And then we'll finish it all off with the Bosch 1/2-inch spade bit. So I'm gonna let that cool down though, because I feel like, well, I certainly gave some time to the Bosch to cool down, and this has gotten far hotter. So we're gonna let that cool down a little bit, and then we'll throw in a fresh pack and we'll go from there. But really solid performance, really solid performance. What is that? So 20 would give us 160. And what did I say? It was 29? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 29. 29 complete rows. So 160, watch me do math on camera. 72, is that right? Yeah, my mind's working. So 160 plus 72, you're looking at, what is that, 232? 232? I'll check the math. So, sorry, I can't do math on camera. It's just, it is what it is. But far and above beyond what the Bosch was able to do. So, man, you got to really give it to Festool. Both of them brushed motors. This is 10.8 volts. Now this is technically 2.6 amps. Is what they're, yes, 2.6 amp hours. So we'll divide that out and we'll figure out what this is doing per amp hour. Maybe the Bosch looks a little bit better at that point. It's hard to say, but 2.6 amp hour, 10.8 volts. So we'll stop right here for a few minutes, let this cool down. We'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. The Festool, it's cooled down nicely. We've got a brand new pack in there, fully charged. I wanted to show off, I kind of forgot to do this in the Bosch one. I'll have to go back and kind of show that off too, maybe at the end. But the Festool, here's the 90-degree angle adapter there. It's got the ability, you can throw the quick release on there, directly on there. Boom, locked in, ready to go. I'll finish this one off, maybe drive a couple extra screws in here just to kind of show you what that would look like. But no problem there. Drove in very nice. Not a problem. So there you go. You can drive those in. That's what that would look like if you were gonna run it that way. So we'll take this all off. Really easy to operate there. So let's move on to some trim head screws there. And we'll see how this does with those. We'll try one of the Fasten Master structural screws as well. Okay, so speed one. Here's, we'll move these over. Here's the first trim head screw. Again, these are 4 inches long, and these are number 9s. No problem there. Went right in, nice and clean. You know what I realized too? I just went completely through. Previous Bosch video, I turned this on edge to get the proper depth here. So we'll do one more speed one just to show this off. Move this over a little bit. Countersunk it, not a problem at all. Speed 2, another trim head. Okay, so that cut out Yeah, interesting. Right about there. So speed 2, not gonna do it. We can finish this off in speed 1. So pretty interesting that the Bosch was able to drive both speed 1, speed 2. This clearly does not want to do it in speed 2. So onto some cabinet screws here. We'll put one. There's a good spot, and we should be missing everything there. Right about there. Speed 1 again. No problem at all. Started to countersink it. Very good. Speed 2. Again, these are 3 and an 1/8 inch long, and they're number 8 cabinet screw. So here's speed 2. Just hit and basically, I think, cut out at that point. So I don't think this will, yeah. So it'll basically drive it flush, and then it's gonna try and cut out on you. So let's give it a shot. We have to pull this off to get the Fastmaster driven in here. So again, 5 inch. This would replace a 1/2 inch leg. This is a structural screw from Fastmaster. Let's find a spot, maybe right. Got some knots there. So speed 2, I don't expect this to do much at all. Yeah, stopped right there. So speed 1. And it gave out. Not gonna do it. So pretty interesting. So I think what that just kind of goes to show you is the Festool has developed probably a super efficient motor. They were obviously able to drive more screws compared to the Bosch. Now I'll figure that out again per amp hour and make sure that that is still the case. But seems to be very efficient, but in terms of just overall torque and stuff like that, falls a little bit short. Not able to drive the 5 inch Fastmaster structural screw. So not disappointing. Again, this is totally out of the range, especially this, totally out of the range of what you would use a tool like this for. It's nice to see you could drive in a longer trim head screw or cabinet screw, but again, you're still gonna be probably working with shorter screws with a tool like this. So last, we will bust out the Bosch spade bit. Okay, and I'm actually gonna, I wonder if this would work. No, it won't. I know it won't. So we are going to grab the drill chuck. Give me one quick second here. Get this on there properly. Okay, so speed 1, let's go right here. Speed 1, this is a 1/2 inch brand new Bosch spade bit. Not gonna do it. So the Bosch, again, it was able to power through. I cleaned out the hole once for the Bosch, but then after that, it pushed all the way through, 5 inches. So Festool is not gonna do that. Yep. Not wanting to do that at all. So there it is. I mean, it has its limitations, but it's got some really nice features as well. Trying to think, final thoughts for me. I really like this. It's a really nice unit. Like I said, it's comfortable in a lot of ways. I slightly prefer the feel of the Bosch over this. I actually had my wife come in and she did a bunch of tests with all 4 of them. She was driving some screws and stuff like that. This was her favorite out of all of them. Fit her hand really well. She liked the way it drove in screws, thought it was really smooth, really light. So something to consider if you're looking for really small compact package. This is it's a really good tool to consider. So if you guys have any questions about the Festool, about the test in general, any comments, tips, anything like that, just throw it down in the comment section down below. We will be doing, it'll either be the Milwaukee or the Metabo. Those will be the next two coming up, and we'll get those coming at you real soon. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Any comments, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one.